At the MTA, a lot of responsibility rides on our shoulders, literally. When billions of capital construction dollars are at stake and deadlines need to be met on time, it's imperative that a system of checks and balances is in place to make sure the finished product is safe, reliable, and meets the quality standards spelled out in the contract. We also want to be sure that millions of dollars weren't wasted in the process. So how do the people at the MTA handle the task of keeping tabs on our many design and engineering consultants and construction contractors and their employees? How do we motivate and encourage these individuals to make sure that every step is taken to ensure our success and theirs? Well, that's what I'm here to explain today. It's the MTA's ACE Evaluation Program.
ACE Evaluation!
Exactly. The purpose of the MTA's All-Agency Contract Evaluation, also known as the ACE system.
ACE Evaluation!
That's right. Well, the purpose is to improve contractors' performance and to provide a consistent and uniform method of evaluating any performance under MTA contracts. This evaluation also makes sure the MTA is getting what was promised in the contract, a quality product. Ultimately, MTA agencies are obligated to consider the contractors' and consultants' past performance in deciding a bidder's responsibility, in accordance with our All-Agency Responsibility Guidelines.
All-Agency Responsibility.
Now, the information for this system is stored in a common MTA All-Agency database and can be referenced to assist in determining whether a contractor is qualified to be awarded a future contract.
ACE says you're okay. Looking forward to working together. We're going to make a great team. Woo-hoo-hoo! Thank you, ACE!
In order to protect the Freedom of Information Act, the ACE evaluation form cannot be shown or given to any vendor. So, in other words, don't show the form to your friends or any vendor. So now that we have that out of the way, let's take a look at how to deal with the contractors who overall have delivered a less than satisfactory performance.
You did a bad job. You're fired.
No, your job is not to tear people down. Your job is to build them up, point out the problems, and help them improve. And by using ACE properly, you're giving them the proper notice, recommendations, and encouragement they need in order to set them straight and get them on the right track.
I'm telling. Nah.
2 words: due process. In the Constitution, due process was introduced in the 5th and 14th Amendments. A person or entity may not be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of the law. It has been expanded to mean fundamental fairness, which requires written notice and the right to a fair hearing. In other words, if someone's not doing well, you can't just get rid of them. You have to give them a chance to improve.
Did you take care of the list of items we talked about? I'm sorry! I'm so sorry!
Well, what if sorry isn't good enough? Then you need to put them on notice. In writing, you formally notify the contractor of the needs he has not met and that his performance is less than satisfactory. You give him a reasonable period of time to correct the problems. This remedy period is determined by the resident engineer. All the notifications must use the form letters included in the ACE Project Management Guideline 115 and must be sent to the president or chief executive officer of the consultant or contracting firm. More importantly, the notification must be sent registered return receipt requested in order to prove that the notification was received. Now, what information goes on these forms, you ask?
Heck, I forgot to send it registered. Deficiency notice number 1.
The notification letter should reference any past deficiency letters as well as any ongoing problems, and it should also include the given remedy period. The contractors and consultants shall also be advised in writing the adverse reaction this information poses toward future awards.
I'm sorry! No, do it again. You have been put on notice.
After the remedy period is up, it's time to review the contractor's performance to see if it's improved. Now, hopefully it has, but if the improvement was less than satisfactory or if there was no change at all, then you must take the next steps.
Deficiency notice number 2.
The contractor must be sent a notice of intent to give a less than satisfactory rating. The contractor must be informed of the basis for the less than satisfactory rating and is to be given 14 calendar days to request a hearing or to respond in writing at the discretion of the program manager to the factual aspects of the evaluation, not the rating itself.
But.
Their response to the overall unsatisfactory evaluation will then be heard by the program manager, and he will then render his decision. The program manager is the designee of the Senior Vice President and Chief Engineer of Capital Program Management. The program manager is given 14 days to review the response and render a final decision.
Please. I'm sorry I can't help you. I tried, but you didn't take care of the problems.
After the program manager has made a final decision after the review and has decided that the unsatisfactory rating will remain, a third and final letter is sent.
Deficiency letter number 3.
When the overall unsatisfactory ratings appear in the ACE database, it is indicative of the fact that the contractor has been informed in writing of the unsatisfactory performance and was given a prior opportunity to correct the deficiency.
What if I forgot to send the letter?
Failure to inform the contractor in writing prevents the evaluator from issuing an overall unsatisfactory rating. So, in other words, if you don't follow all the procedures, you'll not be able to give an unsatisfactory rating.
Well, actually, I didn't.
The history of the deficiency, including notifications of problems, must be documented and kept in the project file. Now, here is why, hopefully, our contractors and consultants won't let it come to this.
Effects of unsatisfactory ratings.
The contracting agency shall consult the ACE system for all performance histories of any firm before deciding to award them the contract. And I don't have to tell you that an overall unsatisfactory rating is really bad. Contractors appearing on the significant adverse information list will be prevented from receiving any new awards without the approval of the MTA's Executive Director NYCT's legal counsel. A final unsatisfactory rating within 3 years by any of the MTA's operating agencies will be considered significant adverse information for a period of 3 years. An interim less than satisfactory evaluation by any MTA agency will be considered significant adverse information and will prevent a contractor from getting a new contract until he improves to a marginal or satisfactory rating.
I can't believe it! I'm stupid!
So there it is, all the steps put in place to protect our contractors, the MTA agencies, and most importantly, to protect the riding public who count on the MTA for their services. The ACE evaluation makes sure the interests of everyone are protected and the guidelines are well defined and easy to follow. So it's a no-brainer, people. The program is there to encourage contractors to do their best and to have the opportunity to improve. It's also in place to weed out those who aren't as concerned. ACE is easily accessible and is there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Thank you, Ace. This is great.
On behalf of everyone here at the MTA, thank you for watching and good luck.